It's time to take a look at what's happening around Wyoming for Wednesday, June 26th. I'm Wendy Corr, bringing you headlines from the Cowboy State Daily newsroom, presented by Cheyenne Frontier Days, starting July 19th from sunup to sundown. There's something for everyone. Check it out at cfdrodeo.com. Just 3 weeks after part of the highway on Teton Pass fell off the mountain, Wyoming transportation officials announced it will reopen Friday. The detour will have significantly slower speed limits, but no weight limitations, according to Cowboy State Daily's Jake Nichols. But at least this highway, that's considered the lifeline between Jackson and Idaho, will be open for locals and travelers once again.
That section that they're building the bypass on, it's going to have reduced speed limit to 20 miles an hour. It's only a very short section. It's going to slow down there significantly, but it's going to be a lot better than the option currently for the last 2 weeks, which has been the drive around. So it'll be a regular 2-lane highway. It's a fix that's going to work for now.
WYDOT Director Darren Westby credited Department Engineer Bob Hammond, along with full cooperation from both private and public agencies, with a quick turnaround. Closure may soon be a little closer for the families of 2 people shot and killed in a double murder during a 2015 robbery at a Cheyenne business. On Tuesday afternoon, the Cheyenne Police Department announced it arrested 68-year-old California resident Douglas Smith in connection with the murders at the coin shop in downtown Cheyenne. Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that Smith was actually the person who dialed 911 after the shooting.
I spoke to Mike Mosier, who was friends with one of the victims, the owner of the coin shop, and he said that really hit Cheyenne hard when this happened because of the nature of the murder. It happened in the middle of the day in a very busy part of town, and Mosier said he believes the city lost some of its innocence that day.
Laramie County Sheriff Brian Kozak said it will be his department that's responsible for bringing Smith back to Wyoming. Kozak was chief of the Cheyenne PD at the time of the murder, and he said there was no other case he lost more sleep over. Despite outrage over a wolf being run down with a snowmobile in the infamous Daniel Wolf torture incident, banning that practice in Wyoming doesn't seem imminent. Some members of a legislative working group on Tuesday argued it should remain legal, according to Outdoors reporter Mark Hines.
It's kind of decided that really the focus should be on trying to craft some sort of legislation that penalizes or discourages allowing an animal prolonged suffering, regardless of the method that is used to try to kill it for whatever reason, whether it's attacking livestock or, whatever's going on. It's a complicated issue, not a pleasant subject at all.
A representative for the Wyoming Stock Growers Association pointed out that in some cases, running predators over with snowmobiles could be more humane than shooting them. I'll be back in just 15 seconds with more news.
In southwest Wyoming, wide open space is waiting. This is how we explore it. In Rock Springs and Green River, Wyoming. Plan your adventure at explorewy.com.
Governor Mark Gordon dug his heels in at a town hall meeting in the coal capital of the United States on Tuesday, telling a rather subdued crowd of blue-collar miners, educators, and public officials that he's not rolling over on a federal push to limit energy mining in the Cowboy State. Energy reporter Pat Mayo attended the town hall in Gillette, where Gordon vowed a legal fight to halt an aggressive federal overreach positioning against Wyoming.
Governor Gordon disclosed, based on a question and conversation I had with him afterward, that a major law firm has been hired to help out in the battle against the federal government. It's a high-powered one, too. They're paying close to $1 million to bring them on board.
Gordon said that at last count, Wyoming's participating in 58 legal actions designed to push back on overreach by the federal government, which aims to curtail or end the state's right to mine and produce energy. And a man who chased down another on a Park County road Sunday ended up getting shot in the leg. Cowboy State Daily's Andrew Rossi reports that few details were made available about the alleged early morning vehicle chase that ended badly for one man who apparently had enough of a problem with another driver to chase him until he stopped.
Someone was driving along a road and they were being followed by a vehicle. And the man in that vehicle was someone that the driver knew. They had an active protection order against that person. The caller who called it in said that they got into a scuffle. The driver of the other vehicle approached him with a baseball bat, grabbed his collar and started hitting him. And the caller discharged his gun and fired into the man's leg just above the ankle, and the man ran off.
Neither driver has been identified, nor would the sheriff's office confirm if any arrests or tickets resulted from the incident. And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the daily newsletter button on cowboystatedaily.com. And you can watch this newscast every day by clicking subscribe on our YouTube channel. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.